As an unperfect actor on the stage, who with his fear is put besides his part, or some fierce thing replete with too much rage, whose strength's abundance weakens his own heart. So I, for fear of trust, forget to say the perfect ceremony of love's rite, and in mine own love's strength seem to decay, o'ercharged with burden of mine own love's might. O let my books be then the eloquence, and dumb presagers of my speaking breast, who plead for love, and look for recompense, more than that tongue that more hath more expressed. O learn to read what silent love hath writ, to hear with eyes belongs to love's fine wit. On that fateful dawn, the duty bombardier bade us rise. Wakey, wakey, hands off cocks, on socks! The defenders of England rose, race-like from their blankets, all silent, save those great lung-racking coughs that follow early morning cigarettes. The cough would start in silence. First, there was the great inhale, the smoke sucked deep down into the blackened lungs, and held there while the victim started what was to be an agonized body spasm. The face would turn sweaty lemon, the shoulders hunched, the back humped like a Brahman bull. The legs would bend, the hand grabbed the thighs to support the coming convulsion. The cough would start somewhere down in the shins. The eyes would be screwed tight to prevent being jettisoned from the head, the mouth gripped tight to preserve the teeth. Suddenly, from afar, comes a rumbling like 100 early Victorian water closets. Slowly the body would start to tremble and the bones to rattle. The first things to shake were the ankles, then up the shins travelled the shakes. Next the knees would revolve and turn jelly form. From there, up the thighs to the stomach it came, now heading towards the blackened lungs. This was the stage when a sound like a 3-ton girder being pulled over a corrugated iron fence would be heard approaching the heaving chest. Following this, up the convulsed body there was a colour pattern, from a delicate green at the ankles to layers of pinks, blue, varicose purple, and sweaty red. The cough now rose up the inflated throat. The whole 6 colours were pushed up into the victim's face. It had now reached the inner mouth, the last line of defence. The cheeks were blown out the size of football bladders. The climax was nigh. The whole body was now a purple, shuddering mass. After several mammoth attempts to contain the cough, the mouth would finally explode open. Loose teeth would fly out, bits of breakfast, and a terrible rasping noise filled the room. Dear Sir, I have again and again read your words, each time with additional pleasure. I am glad to accept your offer at Drury Lane. You have opened the path to happiness, dispelled those clouds and difficulties. Render me worthy of such exalted friendship. I sign myself, your obedient servant, Edmund Kean. As for life, to what end should I seek it? Fearless of danger, like a petty god I walked about, none daring my affront. Then, swollen with pride, into a snare I fell, softened with pleasure and voluptuous life. Dear Sir, the joy I felt 3 days since at the flattering prospects of my future prosperity is now obliterated by the unexpected loss of my child. Howard, sir, died on Monday morning last. You may conceive my feelings, and pardon the brevity of this letter. I sign myself, yours obediently, Edmund Kean. "1500 years ago, The city of Tikal was the center of civilization in Central America, home to the Maya. The scarlet macaw was a symbol of the surrounding forest. A fabulous, noisy, brightly colored bird, a favorite of collectors then, and still treasured now. Scarlet macaws are widespread across Latin America, but this is the northern edge of their range. The Guatemalan population is only 200 to 300, barely sustainable. Good nest sites are at a premium. Only 20% of pairs find a nest, and of those, nearly half will fail to produce a fledgling. So the project team for the Wildlife Conservation Society have created artificial nests, high in the trees and designed to be safe from predatory falcons. This one has been a success. The Nest Protection Scheme has produced up to 20 fledglings a year. These birds are symbols again. Radio collars will help the team follow them through the forest and find out what they need from it in order to thrive. Land here is cleared by fire, and large-scale ranching is taking over from subsistence farming. So the WCS team promotes sustainable use of the forest, and the protected nesting areas form a barrier against human invasion. The macaw is a powerful visual symbol, and the project's wide-ranging, linked-up approach including people and animals means a chick like this can help ensure the future of the forest.